Hi YouTube, Karen here. Well, my tomatoes are coming on like gangbusters and I can't keep up with eating them, so I have to pick them and dehydrate them because I can't keep up with eating them. I planted two different kinds this year. I usually just do cherry tomatoes about this size because I like them in salads and stuff, but this year I got a couple new plants, and they're like maybe golf ball size, I guess. But they're doing real good. The skins are a little bit tough this year because of we didn't have enough water. But I dehydrate my tomatoes because I don't really have that much to can. So I like to dehydrate them, and I end up making tomato powder, just like this. This is what I have left from last year. I did leave a couple of them canister whole to throw in foods, but there's some green onions in there, garlic. I think that's the two I added this year, or last year. Now this year I'm going to add some basil because I grew it. But I dry them like this in the dehydrator, and then I just put them in the blender and blend them up into a powder. And I have a seal meal, and I usually just seal it up like this, and it makes great soup for the trail because I go hiking a lot, or I'm out in the woods, and I like to, save weight wherever I can. So I dehydrate a lot of different things. It's another method that I use for food preservation. And like if I have some leftover rice dinner or something, I'll just throw it in the dehydrator. I got egg powder in here. If I find organic eggs on sale, I'll buy a bunch of them up and turn them into egg powder. This is another tomato soup, but it was a different tomato, so it's not quite as red as that one. But I'm going to get these chopped up and get them in the dehydrator. I just quarter these bigger ones. Now last year, when I first started, I used to give them a little squeeze, but really that takes a lot of the taste out of them, so better to do it this way. But that's basically all I do. And this year I'm going to throw in some basil leaves on each tray, so when I go to powder them up, I'll have a little bit of basil in there too. But as soon as I get the tray done, then I'll show it to you. Well, I got two trays. They kind of look Christmassy. I make sure I bought these trays with my dehydrator. Nothing sticks to these. If you just put tomatoes or anything else on these plastic trays, everything sticks to them. So I made sure when I ordered mine that I got plenty of these non-stick trays. And then I got the other ones that make the fruit roll-ups too. But all I bought was a Nesco American Harvest. I think I ordered it off the internet for like, I think it was maybe $30. But I don't turn it up way high because I probably won't check this again until tomorrow. If you leave it up too high, they end up getting too done if you don't get out here and check on them. And sometimes I forget because it is outside in my my kitty shed. Well, that's just what I call it. It's just my craft shed. It's not, I don't have no kitties. So I'll check again on it in the morning and I'll show you what they look like. Well, it's been just about 24 hours. That's pretty good. You hear the crunch? I had added some green onions later on last night. Don't take them quite as long, so they're going to go in the soup mixture too, so I'll just let this all cool down and then I'll put it in the blender. Well, the tomatoes have cooled down quite a bit, and I just added them to my last year's stockpile there, and I'm gonna just blend them up. And I think I'll save you the noise level. Man, if you could smell this. Oh, it smells so good. There it is. It's got all kinds of spices already in it. It's got the onions, it's got basil, it's got dried garlic, anything you want really. Salt and pepper if that's what you prefer. Now I'm going to show you how I like to make it. And you can add a lot of stuff. I always take with me, if I'm just having the soup, I'll take a little bit of, some baggie of seasoned herb croutons and put it in. You can take some dried mushrooms if you like that. Sometimes I just cut up a little bit of fresh tomato and put that in my soup. But I'll get the stove started and I'll show you how I do it. Just getting the stove set up. Just an alcohol stove. This is the Redneck ultra lightweight stove from Robert. Just using my GSI cup to make a cup of soup. I brought out, probably a good 4 ounces in this bag of soup. You can put in as much as you want. I like to use a little bit more for some really good intense flavor. And then I brought out some, just a few tomatoes. I cut them up. I'm going to put them in it, when it's done. And I brought out just a little baggie of cubed croutons that I like to stick in it. But like I said before, you can put mushrooms in it. You can put dried vegetables in it. So we'll just bring our water to a boil, basically, is all you do. And once it's boiling, I pour my soup powder in it and I let it boil just for a couple minutes, just to get it, the rawness taken out of it. And I picked some dandelion greens. I think I'll throw that in my soup today. I'm going to let that boil for a few seconds. Here's some of my greens. Greens are always good for you. Uh-oh. And this smells delicious. It smells like tomatoes cooking. Just putting some cut up tomato that I brought. You don't have to cook this very long at all. I've just tried it a couple different ways and I liked it better cooked a little bit. The powder cooked a little bit. I put it in just boiling water, took it off the heat the first time and did it, and I prefer it to cook a little bit. It just helps meld the flavors, I guess. Get that in for you. Sprinkle these breadcrumbs in there, or croutons. Now that is a nice soup for the trail. Lightweight and really, really good. And you've never tasted tomato soup unless it's fresh like that. It tastes so much different than canned tomato soup. It really tastes good and easy to make and easy to carry in your backpack. Thanks for watching.